It's Kevin Lobates here, and from the hat you should be able to tell by now that this is going to be a security video. And today what I would like to talk about is the security of CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies. Now, I don't want to go into the political ramifications of having a central bank digital currency, but what I am concerned about in this video is the fact that at the moment our financial systems, although centralized, are distributed. There are many banks, retail, investment, commercial, there are payment processors, there are money transmitters, so there are a lot of different entities and therefore a lot of different targets for hackers, which on the one hand is bad because it means that somewhere there will be vulnerabilities in the system, but on the other hand it is good because it means our financial systems don't have a single point of failure. Now, the central banks have been looking into CBDCs for a while, tempted by the idea of programmable cash, because traditional cash is a bit awkward for governments and central banks. It's hard to trace, and it's used by criminals, therefore, and money launderers, and they like the idea of being able to control the economics of money at a more fine-grained level. The problem with central bank digital currencies is that they are going to need to be implemented, and although central banks are not governments, they have governmental qualities to them. And you can see this by the fact that, for example, the European Central Bank, despite saying that they're not committed to the idea of launching a CBDC, are now just investigating, recently announced that they're earmarking 1.2 billion euros for the further examination of the concept. So just as governments think that by throwing more cash at a software project they're going to end up with something better, the European Central Bank is doing the same thing, and I have no doubt that central banks around the world will be taking the same approach. Unfortunately, the evidence in software is that just throwing more money and more people at a task does not necessarily increase security. In fact, sometimes it can actually reduce it. And because CBDCs will form a single point of failure, they are going to be immensely tempting to hackers, both individual loan operators and state-sponsored hacking, because taking down a central bank digital currency, if that's what a nation or union relies on for its financial system, would be a fantastic weapon in any kind of conflict. So my worry with CBDCs is very simple. Governments and large organizations have proven themselves time and time again not to handle large IT and software infrastructure very well. This software infrastructure would be crucial to the functioning of the economy and therefore everything within a particular nation, and yet it would be a single target. So we really have to think pretty much exclusively about security if a CBDC is ever to be launched, and I believe that the entities who would like to launch such a thing are much more concerned with the ability to geo-limit currency or limit currency as to what it can be spent on at a particular time, or giving money an expiration date. So my hopes are not high that this will be done well. If they do go ahead, I hope this video is proved wrong, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I hope you found this interesting, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.